Well, hello Taurus, and welcome to your reading for November 2024. Taurus, let's get straight into it. We'll get your theme card for the month and then we'll go from there. Anxiety, great. Okay, Taurus, sorry, but you're anxious and stressed and worried about something that's probably taking up a lot of your thoughts and time and energy, and maybe you're spending some sleepless nights around this situation as well. So anxiety, something that we all deal with on a daily basis. I've said this before in readings. I think that we all walk around in this low grade fight or flight situation on a daily basis now. So I'm not surprised to see a card like that when it comes out. But the message about this card is that all storms past, and you have the ability to get through this storm. Okay, let's have a look what this is about. Oh, okay. So we have the Five of Swords, not the card that I'd love to see there. So Five of Swords is about all the mean things people do to each other. So they're all wrapped up in this one card. So it does look like you are under the pump with a person in your life. Okay, so someone is probably being hard on you, disrespecting you, backstabbing you, bullying you, lying to you, abusing you. All those horrible words. And the other cards here show me that you've been probably dealing with this for some time, because I've got the Wheel of Fortune in there, which means you're just going around in circles. I've got you being quite pessimistic about what's going on. I've got you at a crossroads, wondering which direction you need to go. Wow, Taurus, you seem to be having some big questions happening for November. What direction is your life going in? What are you going to do next? The Fool at the end of this tells me that it's time for you to take a leap of faith. Like, come on, Taurus, if we find ourselves in this kind of state, being manipulated by other people and talked to badly or controlled, or, even if you're not entirely sure what's going on, usually we get a niggling feeling about certain people or our work or something. Something's not quite right. And if you're feeling that way, Taurus, the cards are absolutely agreeing with you. You're not making anything up. You're not crazy. If someone is trying to say to you, why are you saying that? That's just crazy. You're not thinking straight. Well, the cards are telling me, in fact, that you are thinking straight, and you actually are getting this gut feeling about somebody around you. The good news is you are about to come out of the dark and into the light. It's time for you to choose a different pathway, because when I've got a Two of Rods and you're sitting at a crossroads, you can sit at the crossroads for days, weeks, months, even years, trying to decide if the way forward is the way you should be going, or which direction you should actually be going in altogether. And all that time, your life force energy just drains away. So staying at the crossroads is actually a decision. It's a decision to stay in the situation that you're in. And that just brings us more anxiety, more stress, less sleep, all those things. So this is telling you to maybe get off your butt and make a decision, Taurus, and take a different pathway forward. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Wow. So when it comes to ancestral chains, here's the thing, and it has been proven now that we hold trauma for 7 generations back. And ancestral patterns don't have to be 7 generations back. It could be your parents, it could be your grandparents. But we hold that in us. And sometimes we're the ones that have to break the cycle. So if you can see yourself repeating cycles from your family or from your parents or your grandparents, it's time to break free and break those cycles. Whatever that is, it needs to be broken. The crumbling, what are you clinging to? This is also extraordinarily appropriate, because are you hanging on to things from the past? Are you hanging on to what you think your life should look like? Are you hanging on to the way you perceive yourself right now? And is it time to let all of that go and just try something new and different? Taurus, it's time for you to take a leap of faith. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So there it is again. Lead your own life first. How are you being called to step up and lead? Leading is a hard thing to do, but I want you to take the lead in your own life, basically, because you're anxious. You seem to be under the control and manipulation of other people. And so what we need for you to do here is to let go of all of that, take the lead role in your own life and move forward, and don't be afraid to take some chances. You can change the pathway you're on right now. You've just got to trust in yourself and believe in yourself. You've got all the makings here of something very new and exciting about to begin. You're just scared and anxious about it, that's all, which is perfectly normal, by the way, Taurus. Absolutely perfectly normal. Flow, let your worries drift away. So letting anything that's holding you back, that anxiety, let that drift away from you. And if you weren't anxious or worried about the outcome of everything, what decision would you make? Like, imagine talking to somebody else who was in your position, and what advice would you give them? Because when you're not attached to someone else's insecurities, it's easy to look at it very abstractly and say, yes, this is what you should or shouldn't do. Not that we should tell other people what they should or shouldn't do, but you know what I mean. Having a look at your own life like that with more of a bird's eye view, and then seeing what decision would be the best one for you moving forward. Okay, explore. Maps show what has already been discovered, go another way. So changing something, big change, Taurus. So when it comes to your life, exploring other ways of living your life, exploring another job, another relationship, another place to live. Like, there's so many things that you can do to explore something new. You're repeating patterns. Not only are you repeating your own patterns, but you're also repeating ancestral patterns. That kind of makes it difficult to break the cycle. We all have the ability to change the patterns in our lives, and now is probably a really good time to do that, Taurus. So my advice to you for November, stop thinking about what everyone else is saying and doing, because I think there is some manipulation and lies going on around you too, so you don't have a clear picture of everything that's going on. And so I want you to come to yourself and do what you think is the right thing to do in this situation, because if you do what's right for you, everything will work out for you. I don't really give a shit about the other people, because I can see them manipulating you, so I don't really care what they think or how they feel or what's going on with them, because they've done it to themselves, right? It's not your problem if they're being mean to you, if you then decide to cut people off. That's more than okay. All right, Taurus, that is you for November. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next month. Bye-bye.